Hey, M0A Nation, Jason Schappert here, M0A Remote Pilot 101, and in this video, we're going to look into operations from moving vehicles. Hey, M0A Online Ground School and Remote Pilot 101, Jason Schappert here. I want to take you actually inside our remote pilot course here. We're always updating. We're always trying to continue to be on the cutting edge and delivering just great content to you all. And I want to share with you a quick clip. We just shot a video. We're always in there updating, but a video we recently updated on operations from moving vehicles. We're going to look at the regulatory measures of it. I want to give you some real-world examples of times where it'd be okay to operate from a moving vehicle and times it wouldn't be okay to operate from a moving vehicle. Anyways, let's cut to that video straight from the course. Flying drones for moving vehicles can be advantageous for certain operations. It offers unique perspectives and really it extends our coverage areas. Now, in recent years, the FAA has extended allowances for operating an SUAS from moving vehicles. Now, the FAA regulation that addresses flying drones from a moving vehicle is outlined in 14 CFR Part 107.25. This regulation, it actually permits remote pilots to operate drones from a moving vehicle, but with specific conditions and limitations to ensure safety and of course mitigating any risks. So my goal in this lesson, well, we're going to cover that FAA regulation that allows drone pilots to fly those drones from moving vehicles, and I want to detail really the associated limitations and provide some examples of compliant and non-compliant operations. So before we get started, I want to define what the FAA considers a moving vehicle. I think it's a fair place to start. The moving vehicle could be anything. It could be a car, a truck, a train, or even a boat. But you notice something's missing there. The FAA does not allow remote pilots to operate your drone from a moving aircraft. Now, again, that should make sense. But again, hopefully all that makes sense. But I just want to be very clear here too, when talking about the boat and the car and everything else. No drone pilot should be both operating the drone while driving the car or the boat either. That's just not safe at all, right? You get mad people are texting and driving. Imagine like flying your drone and driving. Seriously though, distracted driving causes many serious and life-endangering accidents. So for safety, we would never attempt to pilot a drone while operating a type of moving vehicle. Now, while the FAA does allow drones to be flown from a moving vehicle, there is a restriction. It can only be done without a waiver when operating over sparsely populated areas. So, well, what if I want to do operations over densely populated areas, cities, towns, or any area with a significant concentration of people? Well, that is actually prohibited. Let me give you some examples in kind of plain English to make sure this really hits home for us here. As drone operations, more job opportunities are continuing to increase. You picked a really exciting career path with all of this. It's important to know, well, what's legal and what's not. So let's talk about what would be okay to do. So a drone operator, I'm conducting an inspection of a pipeline. And I'm doing that while driving. I'm not driving, but someone's driving me along a remote access road. The area is sparsely populated and a drone is flown, of course, a safe distance from the vehicle. In addition, the remote PIC, well, we maintain visual line of sight and of course we follow all other safety precautions. Check, that's fine. Here's another one. Maybe a farmer operates a drone from a moving tractor. Again, they're not driving the tractor, somebody else is, but they're looking to survey crop health over a large, sparsely populated, being the key word, field. The area is very rural. The operation does not endanger people or property. In addition to this, the farmer, who is the remote PIC, well, they maintain visual line of sight with the drone throughout the flight. Now, in those examples, the SUAS, the drone, was operated over sparsely populated areas. Now let's look at the other though. Let's look at what wouldn't be legal. Let's say now a drone operator attempts to capture footage of a concert. And in this concert, you're driving through the crowded area, maybe on a golf cart. Well, this operation violates the regulation as it occurs over a densely populated area and poses a risk to the people. What if you are offered compensation to capture the cityscape footage from a moving vehicle or some sort of production? That operation, again, is prohibited because it takes place in a populated area and could endanger people or property. Good pre-flight planning will make SUAS operation from a moving vehicle easier. Assess the area of operation prior to the flight. Ensure that it is truly sparsely populated. Be sure to plan a flight path that is likely to avoid potential hazards, and make sure you have that visual line of sight and you can truly maintain it. Also, consider bringing along a visual observer for the mission so they can assist in maintaining our visual line of sight and enhancing our situational awareness. It's also important to make sure those visual observers, those VOs, are properly trained and in direct communication with the remote PIC, because they may be in a different part of the vehicle or in a different spot than you are. Flying drones from moving vehicles, well, it can provide significant benefits for various applications, but it's also essential to adhere to the FAA regulations to ensure safe and compliant operations. So by understanding and following the limitations set forth in 14 CFR 107.25, well, we as remote pilots, we can effectively and safely conduct these operations in rural and sparsely populated areas. Again, always prioritizing safety, maintaining visual line of sight, and really plan to ensure a successful and compliant drone flight from moving vehicles. So what do you think? Is it time to earn your Part 107? If you haven't earned your Part 107 yet, I encourage you to head on over to m0a.com, go over to the courses page, and consider buying our Remote Pilot Part 107 course. One fee, it is yours for life. No one has certificated more remote pilots than Remote Pilot 101 and M0A, and we'd be so blessed and honored to welcome you to such an amazing family. Have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your day, and most importantly, remember that a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you.